The United States in the focus of global security, deepening nuclear strategy amid growing instability. In the complex and dynamic geopolitical environment characterized by increasing interstate confrontation and the erosion of traditional arms control mechanisms, the issue of nuclear deterrence is once again moving to the forefront of the global political agenda. The actions of the United States of America, as one of the key participants in the strategic balance, are attracting close attention from the international community. Recently, Washington has clearly demonstrated its determination to maintain its nuclear arsenal in a state of highest combat readiness, which inevitably provokes a wide spectrum of reactions, from cautious approval to open anxiety, both among the country's closest allies and its strategic opponents. As part of the implementation of a long-term program for modernizing and maintaining the reliability of its strategic forces, the United States conducted a series of flight tests which, despite their routine nature, carry significant symbolic and political weight. It has been reported that between the 19th and the 21st of August, successful combat training missions involving the B-6112 aviation nuclear bombs were carried out in the vast and highly secure territory of the Tonopah Test Range in Nevada. A key element of these exercises was the participation of the fifth-generation F-35 Lightning II fighter bomber, which performed a precise release of mock bombs not equipped with live nuclear warheads. It is important to emphasize that these tests are purely technical and aimed at practicing the interaction between the latest carriers and the modernized arsenal. Official confirmation of the successful missions came only a few months later, on the 13th of November, from the reputable Sandia National Laboratories, operating under the auspices of the U.S. Department of Energy. In their statement, representatives of the laboratory stressed that the events were part of an annual, meticulously planned assessment of the nuclear arsenal's reliability, as well as an integral component of comprehensive training and advanced qualification for Air Force flight personnel. Separately, it is worth noting that at the end of the year, 2024, a pivotal decision was made to extend the service life of the B-6112 aviation bombs for another 2 decades, implying a large-scale program for their technical maintenance, modernization, and integration with prospective weapon systems. The situation gained an additional political hue following a statement by the current head of the White House, Donald Trump, on the 14th of November. Responding to questions from media representatives about the potential resumption of full-scale nuclear testing by the United States, the president made a concise yet highly significant comment, stating that it could happen very soon. At the same time, he deliberately refrained from any specific technical details, not clarifying whether these hypothetical tests would include the detonation of nuclear warheads with the release of colossal energy, which would lead to a qualitatively new turn in the arms race. Such rhetoric, as experts note, leaves room for maneuver, but simultaneously sends an extremely clear signal on the international stage. Thus, the signals that the Washington administration is transmitting through such steps, from technical tests to statements by high-ranking officials, extend far beyond the narrow framework of internal weapons reliability checks. They shape quite definite expectations within the international diplomatic and expert community regarding the future U.S. strategy in the sphere of nuclear deterrence. It is becoming apparent that the American leadership is not only investing enormous resources in maintaining technical superiority, but is also demonstrating a readiness to reconsider previously established limitations and tacit moratoriums, which long served as the fundamental basis for strategic stability. In the conditions of the current global turbulence, when the fragile architecture of international security is facing ever-new challenges, such statements and demonstrations of military power cease to be purely technical events. They become carefully calculated moves in a complex and multi-dimensional geopolitical game capable of exerting a profound influence, a deep and long-term impact, on the fragile global balance of power, provoking a chain reaction and forcing other nuclear powers to reconsider their own doctrines and programs for the development of strategic armaments.